Hello humans. So this is still the same textbook, Year 1 AS Maths for Edexcel AS and A-Level Mathematics. This is currently chapter 1.1. It starts off as index laws. So let's just get straight into it and see how we do. So the first things are the rules. Now you've probably seen these rules in GCSE, I hope so. But if you haven't, let's just briefly go through them. So basically we have a to the m times a to the n, and when you have the same base and you're timesing them, all you have to do is add the indices. So literally my answer will be, will be a to the m plus n. Yeah, so whatever those two numbers are. So if it was 3 and 4, it'd just be 7. Cool. If they are same idea, they got the same base thing here, but we're now dividing. So if you assume that times is add, then you know that divide is going to be take away. So it's just going to be a to the m minus n. If you have a indice and that it is to the power of another thing, then literally all you've got to do is just times them. So it's just still going to be a, but it's now going to be a to the n, whatever that is. If it was a, b, and that's just two random things, and they are all to the power of n, well, everything has to be to the power of n then. So literally it's going to be a to the n and b to the n. Cool. So those are your basic rules, and if you understand that, you can bang out the examples and you can bang out the exercises. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go through all the examples to make sure you understand, because I understand that some people don't like just looking at the textbook. So I'm going to go through the examples and see how we do. So example 1. As we said earlier, if they have the same base, then all we've got to do is add the indices when you times them. So literally it's going to be x to the 7, because I'm going to add those numbers. X to the 7. If we then look at 2r squared times 3r cubed, well, straight away, 2 times 3 is 6. So that's fine. And then r squared times r cubed, well, here we go. We have the same base, so all I'm going to do is add those indices. So it's r to the 5. If it was b to the 7 over b to the 4, if you remember that actually, this is a divide sign. So it's just b to the whatever divided by b to the whatever. Well, as we said up there, we take them away. So it's literally going to become b to the 3, because 7 take away 4. We still have some more examples, so let's have a look. Same idea, 6x to the 5 divided by 3x cubed. Well, 6 divided by 3 is 2, that's chill. X to the 5 divided by x to the 3 is just x to the 2, remember, because we take them away. That should be a 2 there, sorry. All right, let's take this one slow because we've got a lot of things happening. Well, a cubed squared, remember when it's to the power of a power, you just got to times them. So let me just write that as a to the 6. I'm still going to times that by that 2a squared. So a to the 6 times 2a squared. Well, remember there's a 1 in front of that a6, isn't there? There's a 1. So it's 1a to the 6 times 2a to the 2. So that's going to leave me with a 2 in front. And then a to the 6 times a to the 2, they've got the same base, so just add those indices, and you get a to the 8. Again, we've got a lot going on here. So we have 3x squared cubed divided by x to the 4. So let's just break it down slowly. Right, let's just look at the first one. The first one is 3x squared cubed. Now, every single thing inside here has to be cubed. So the 3 cubed, I'm going to write as 27, because 3 times 3 times 3. And x squared cubed, well, remember that actually, like up here, when they have a power to the power, you just times them. So it's just going to be x to the 6. And then remember that I'm still going to divide it by x to the 4. So I've got to divide it by x to the 4. And as we know, that's going to become 27x to the 2, because I've taken away those powers. All right, that's example 1 completely done. Hopefully that's helpful. If you want to pause the video here and have a go at exercise 1a, cool, do that. If you don't, let's get into example 2. So now we're expanding brackets. Well, first thing we need to remember when we're expanding brackets is that this number, or whatever this is going to times by every single thing inside here. So I'm going to do minus 3x times 7x. I'm also going to do minus 3x times minus 4. So minus 3 times 7 is minus 21. X times x is x squared. Then minus 3x times minus 4. Well, minus 3 times minus 4 is positive 12. And then obviously I've just got to throw an x at the end. I can't do anything with this because I've got an x squared and I've got an x. They do not have the same indices, so I've just got to leave it there. There's my answer. Okay. Y squared, in brackets, 3 minus 2y cubed. So again, I'm going to times everything by that y squared. So y squared times 3 is just 3y squared. Y squared times minus 2y cubed. Well, let's take it slowly. I've got a 1 in front of here. 1 times minus 2 is minus 2. Y squared times y cubed. We know we've got to add the indices, so it's just y to the 5. Cool. Looks like it's getting ridiculous, but it's all right. So literally I've got to times everything by that 4x. So 4x times 3x, well 4x times 3x is going to be 12x squared. 4x times minus 2x, well that's going to be a minus 8. And then x times x squared is x cubed. 4x times 5x, 4x times 5x cubed, well 4 times 5 is 20. X times x cubed is just x to the 4. And if you struggle with that, just remember there's a little x to the 1 there, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. And last but not least of example 2, again, just take it slowly. There's never a rush, right? So 2x lots of 5x plus 3, well, that's 10x squared. 2x times 3 is 6x. Minus 5 times all of these, you can just basically ignore this and just expand it as it is. So minus 5 times 2x is minus 10x. And minus 5 times 3 is minus 15. Then what you do is you're looking at all of this and you're going, right, do they have anything in common? Well, I've got a 10x squared, no other x squareds. I've got 6x take away 10x, so I've got to do something here. And I've got a minus 15. So you just write it in order. You go, right, 10x squared, positive 6x take away 10x is minus 4x. And then obviously I've just got to bang away that 15. 15, he says. I promise I've wrote before. Okay, here we go. Right, so that is all of example 2. Again, if you want to pause it there and have a go at expanding brackets and some of the exercise 1a, I believe there's something there. There is. So have a go at that if you want to. If you can't be bothered and you would rather just carry on listening, let's just bang on example 3. So, example 3 then, what's important here is what we're doing is we've got x to the 4 plus, x to the 7 plus x to the 4 divided by x to the 3. So if you can't see that, that is a 3. Now important, you can't do anything at the top. Right, x to the 7 plus x to the 4, you can't add them, right? They're completely different things. However, you can divide both of them by the x to the 3. So basically, you ignore it and you go, right, what's x to the 7 divided by x to the 3? And then, what's x to the 4 divided by x to the 3, right? So x to the 7 divided by x to the 3, well, you know that's x to the 4, because remember, we take away the indices, don't we, when we divide? And then x to the 4 divided by x to the 3, well, just take them away, and then you end up with x to the 1. The reason it's still an add there is because of an add there, yeah? All right, same idea here, sorry, 3x squared minus 6x to the 5 over 2x. You're just going to literally ignore that one, divide them, ignore that one, divide them, and then you laugh at them. So 3x squared divided by 2x, well 3 divided by 2, you can write as 1.5, you can also write it as 3 over 2, you don't have to get like special with it, we're dealing with fractions, we're in maths, it's fine. X squared divided by x is x, cool. Then literally minus 6x to the 5 divided by 2x. Well, you know minus 6 divided by 2 is minus 3. X to the 5 divided by x is just x to the 4. You don't have to do anything special with that. You can absolutely leave it as it currently is. And last but not least, this video is getting pretty long, isn't it? Last but not least, we have 20x to the 7 plus 15x cubed all over 5x squared. Same as always, can't do anything with the top here because they're not the same powers. So literally all I'm going to do is just divide them. 20x to the 7 divided by 5x squared is 4x to the 5. And then 15x cubed divided by 5x squared is just 3x. Once you've got that, you are completely done. That is everything you need to know for your index laws. Hopefully have a go, see how you do. Put some questions in the comments if you want me to go for anything specific. If not, been a pleasure as always. See you later.